some information from XXL magazine. They've posted some statements regarding Mr. Young Baby. So,
Mr. Young Baby.
Mr. Lil Baby, I should have said, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Lil Baby.
Like the man's name is literally Lil Baby.
Lil Baby. So Atlanta PD is calling out Lil Baby, saying his actions led to the murder of 2 teenagers last summer.
Mm-hmm. What actions are these?
So what they're saying here is during a press conference that was just happened Wednesday, Atlanta PD announced several artists have been in connection for the killings of 13-year-old Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman. Major Ralph Woodfolk stated the shootings were part of a gang war that started with the shooting at Lil Baby's music video last May, where 3 people were injured. He quotes, and I say, "The cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go into a rival's gang stronghold in a place where he knew he should not have been," Woodfolk said. And they also confirmed that he was speaking about Lil Baby when he said that. Authorities say following the music video shooting, multiple shootings and homicides took place, and it seemed to be retaliatory. The teen murder was reportedly the result of Lil Baby's rival calling in a hit from prison. This team is working relentlessly to hold you accountable, again referring to Lil Baby.
Why is Lil Baby the one being held accountable in this situation? When I read that, I was like, this is BS completely.
Well, we know where Atlanta is in regards to the fact that, they lost the thug case. So now
just stole my sauce.
They've had a lot of
It's fine. I do it to you.
No, they lost the thug case. They've been in a situation where a lot of these kind of RICO cases haven't been falling through the way that they expected.
They smoking dicks. That's what I said. Atlanta smoking dicks because they lost thug.
I mean, the only way
need something.
I mean, the only way these things kind of work, and we've already seen, is people have to talk. Regardless, like even with the ASAP Rocky thing, it's shown me it could be on video. And it don't matter. Like if niggas ain't all corroborating the right story, anything can change in that courtroom.
What does somebody have to say in this situation for Lil Baby to be held accountable? Because from what we just read, there was a hit that was called from prison, and it happened at happen at Lil Baby's like video shoot.
Well, it seemed like those 2 things are trying to be separate.
2 separate things. Okay, so the retaliatory shooting that happened after Lil Baby's video shoot was called as a hit from prison, and then the shooting that happened at the shoot, Lil Baby had nothing to do with. No, did he have a gun out himself? Did he do the shooting?
According to Atlanta PD, what they're saying is you knew what territory that you were in. That's your
bullshit. That's y'all job,
and you are instigating violence when you.
What do you mean? I'm just instigating violence by simply.
I'm not agreeing with
here.
it. I'm just saying that's what they're implying with that.
It's absolute nonsense.
Because I mean, this is the thing. You can say something like that if you have the evidence to support that he knew what he was doing in that regard.
Can you charge somebody with like nana nana boo boo? Like, can you charge somebody with
not that, but if a riot, I can see that being as the same as causing a riot if there's a shooting outburst,
inciting violence.
Yeah, inciting violence. If you're going out there with the intent of antagonizing opposition so that they do result in violence, then. But again, you need a lot of evidence for that. You'd have to show that this was a planned, coordinated event. This is what they were trying to do. This was in wake of somebody's passing or something like that. So, I mean, we talked about this before with Lil Baby in regards to, his change in the music and the people he was, no longer being involved with.
Yeah,
so
that too. He's been very careful with his image and like what he's been doing the past couple of years. I think since the pandemic, he's been a little bit more careful about like what image. I think
the image part I would be in question because he was pictured with the gun when he was with in Houston, and he was shown to still be active. It's just I think
it's been on a decline since the pandemic. Like he's been trying to calm down.
Yeah, he's been laying low for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So I don't. This is just. It makes APD look crazy to me.
I mean, the entire judicial system in Atlanta just looks like a joke.
Because what type of evidence do you need to have to punish this man in any way, shape, or form? And then his lawyers are going to have a field day with this.
I'm just saying, if you have something that's concrete and that y'all can put them down for, I'm not against that. Because if you're inciting any kind of violence, like when I think of all the times I look in the newspaper and I see these kids who are getting involved in X, Y, and Z in regards to this violence stuff, they look like Lil Baby. In that regard, they hair cut like them, they dress like them, all the other stuff.
Every nigga in Atlanta look like Lil Baby,
and that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying in that regard, if there's punishment that needs to be dished out, dish it out. But at this isn't enough. You're gonna have to prove a lot more if you're gonna try to put them down. because this is just, if anything, it's just like a threat to try to get him to acquiesce to whatever requests or demands that y'all have for him now.
But has he not been doing so? Has he not been like
We don't know.
model citizen?
I don't think they're asking him to be a model citizen. I think they're asking him to talk.
Oh, I think this is not going to work.
I mean, this is a way that you can try to push that to do that, to tell some people things to, because again, if 13-year-old kids are getting killed in this, like, we can't ignore that part of it. So that's the
Rest
real.
in peace to the people who lost their lives in this situation. Definitely.
And this has been a trend going on with a lot of the, cliques or gang beefs that's been going on in the city. So we can't ignore that there is validity to the fact that violence has been going on. Who is the, kingpin or the perpetrator or the person who's calling in these hits? That goes to be, said. But the fact that they at least have, so they got somebody information enough to say he calling a hit, that would at least tell me there's some recording of him saying why he's calling the hit. Like, this ain't no just code.
And was this person connected to Baby?
I mean, obviously there's some, if he says retaliatory, then there has to be some type of opposition.
Like, don't do that. Don't be calling hits on my behalf. Please, sir. Trying to be a model citizen.
Well, it doesn't seem like on his behalf. It seems as though he was trying to retaliate against Lil Baby. And then that's what those young men.
Oh, so this was the other side that did it.
From what I'm gathering, I mean, again, all we have is what this is saying here, but
who were? I'm so confused because who was shot at the original?
So it says it was just 3
shoot.
injury. It just says it was 3 people that were injured. They don't say anything. They say the authorities are saying following the music video shooting, so afterwards, multiple shootings and homicide took place.
Multiple shootings
and took place that seemed to be retaliatory.
Seem to be. So they're not even 100% sure.
And they saying the teen's murders were reportedly as a result of a rival calling in a hit from prison. So a rival called in.
One of the teens.
No, a rival called in a hit against the 2 teens.
Okay, the 2 teens. Okay.
That's what it's saying right here.
Jesus Christ, this is too much.
It's sad, man. And I mean, that's why we talked about this before in regards to black boys and hip hop. And again, I don't want to put nothing on that man. I don't know what he did or what he didn't do. He
didn't do nothing.
I want justice to be served at the end of the day. That's always what I stand on. But we also got to understand there's reasons why Atlanta is in this position of what they're trying to do and why they're you can say picking at our artists now, because they look bad. They like, you suck. Fanny looked bad. She had Trump do her wrong. Thug done did her wrong. Lucci back out. Like, y'all didn't do nothing but just slow up the pace.
Yeah, and they have that cop city that they're building here too. So I don't know. I feel like everything has to do with everything.
No, I mean, we can. That would be a rabbit hole we can dig down. All the resistance that they're trying to build in regards to this. Again, I told you they're preparing for civil resistance. But if I feel like this. If y'all niggas did do it, this is what I do feel like, honestly.
That nigga is guilty.
Sir, settle down. You have to go deliberate.
I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
Uncle Ruckus is crazy.
For real, man. Y'all niggas.
Y'all know how I be feeling about it. Sometimes I be like, lock the nigga up, but then you just gonna throw my phone. This nigga just threw my phone. But then, on the other hand, I be like, I want this nigga to get away with it a little bit. I kind of want this nigga to get away with it.
If the nigga did it, I never want him to get away with it. I don't want to see anybody innocent ever go to jail. But if you are doing shit, you need to be punished. That's just how it should be.
If everything was perfect, then there would be nobody innocent in prison. But everything is not perfect. So
I mean, I agree with that.
If everything gonna not be perfect, let's let a couple criminals slide through.
No, y'all be letting the bad ones. No, y'all do be letting the bad ones, the ones that just instigate more violence.
If you're doing a little credit card scam, let them out. Yeah.